Imagine stepping outside your door, reaching into a pot and picking a handful of fresh, juicy berries, no garden required. Whether you live in an apartment, have limited space, or simply love the idea of a portable berry patch, growing raspberries, blueberries and blackberries in containers is easier than you think. In today's Gentle Herb Living video, I'll show you how to grow these delicious, antioxidant-rich fruits in pots with tips on soil, sunlight, watering and care, so you can enjoy sweet harvests straight from your patio or balcony. Let's start with why container gardening works so well for berries. Berries naturally have shallow root systems, which makes them great candidates for growing in pots. Containers also let you control soil quality, move the plants to follow the sun, and keep invasive varieties like raspberries and blackberries from taking over your garden. First up, blueberries. These berries are a superfood favorite, packed with antioxidants, but they have one unique requirement: acidic soil. Blueberries need a soil pH between 4.5 and 5.5 to thrive. That's easy to manage in a container. Use a mix of potting soil designed for acid-loving plants like azaleas or camellias, and add peat moss, pine bark, or a bit of elemental sulfur if needed. Choose a large container, at least 16 inches deep and wide, with good drainage. Place your blueberry pot in full sun at least 6 hours daily, and keep the soil consistently moist but not soggy. Now let's talk raspberries. These grow beautifully in containers and are incredibly rewarding. For best results, pick dwarf or bush-type varieties such as raspberry shortcake. They're bred for small spaces and don't require trellising. Use a 5 to 7 gallon container filled with well-draining, compost-rich soil. Raspberries love sun, so choose a spot that gets at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight per day. Keep them well watered, especially when fruiting, and fertilize every 4 to 6 weeks during the growing season with an organic berry fertilizer. Now moving on to blackberries, sweet, tangy and, well, surprisingly easy to grow in a container. If you're short on space, look for compact or thornless varieties like baby cakes. These are perfect for smaller gardens and can be grown in 7 to 10 gallon pots. You'll want to use a high-quality potting mix with some compost added in for extra nutrients. Just like raspberries, blackberries really do prefer full sun and regular watering. While some varieties do need a bit of support, the dwarf types tend to stay nice and compact, making them tidy and manageable. And don't forget, prune them after harvesting to encourage new growth and keep the plant healthy. Here are a few key tips to make all your potted berries thrive. First off, drainage is essential. Always use containers with drainage holes to prevent root rot. You might want to consider placing a layer of gravel or broken clay at the bottom to improve water flow. Next, mulch your containers. A layer of bark mulch or straw on top of the soil helps retain moisture and regulate temperature. This is especially helpful in the heat of summer or if your pots are in full sun. Fertilize regularly. Because containers leach nutrients faster, it's important to feed your berry plants with a balanced organic fertilizer during their growing season. Fish emulsion or compost tea are gentle and effective options. For winter protection, in cold climates, container plants are more exposed to freezing temperatures. Protect them by wrapping the pots in burlap, moving them to a sheltered location, or burying the pot in the ground temporarily for insulation. And finally, pollination matters. While these plants are mostly self-pollinating, having more than one variety or encouraging bees and pollinators with nearby herbs and flowers will boost your berry yield. Growing berries in containers is not only practical, it's also beautiful. These plants offer lovely blooms in spring, colorful fruit in summer, and vibrant foliage in autumn. Plus, they bring the joy of harvesting your own food, even in the smallest spaces. So, whether you dream of topping your breakfast with fresh-picked blueberries, blending homegrown raspberries into a smoothie, or making jam from sun-warmed blackberries, you can do it all, right from a pot on your porch. Berry gardening doesn't get easier or sweeter than this. Thanks for watching Gentle Herb Living. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share it with a fellow plant lover. Stay well with nature and happy berry growing.